Imagine stepping onto a ship so massive that you could spend several days exploring its hallways, pools, restaurants, and entertainment areas without seeing everything on board. But how far have engineers pushed the limits when building these floating cities? Some of these giants carry more than 6,000 passengers, feature dozens of restaurants, and contain structures that would be difficult to imagine even on land. We are counting down 10 of the largest and most luxurious cruise ships ever built, starting with remarkable ocean giants, and working our way toward a vessel that completely changed the standards of the cruise industry. Get ready for colossal dimensions, advanced propulsion systems, million-dollar suites, enormous water parks, and details that almost sound unbelievable. Stay with us until the end, because the #1 ship is so massive that it makes many famous cruise liners look small. Norwegian Encore. Our journey begins with a ship that stands out not only for its size, but also for the sheer number of experiences packed into a single hull. Norwegian Encore entered service in 2019 and was built by the Meyer Werft shipyard in Germany for the American-based Norwegian Cruise Line. It belongs to the Breakaway Plus class, a generation designed to combine high passenger capacity, non-stop entertainment, and a more relaxed style of cruising. The ship measures approximately 1,094 feet long, more than 135 feet wide, and has a gross tonnage of around 169,000. Gross tonnage does not represent the ship's actual weight. It is a measurement of the total enclosed internal volume, with room for roughly 4,000 guests at double occupancy and even more at full capacity. Encore operates like a full-scale resort traveling across the ocean. Instead of using a conventional engine directly connected to the propellers, it relies on a diesel-electric system. Large diesel engines generate electricity for the ship's onboard systems and azimuth thrusters. These propulsion units can rotate and direct thrust, making it easier to maneuver through tight ports. Its top speed is close to 22 knots, or just over 25 miles per hour. On board, the deep sound of the propulsion system remains surprisingly subtle, especially when compared with the enormous size of the ship. Encore features a 2-level go-kart track, a theater, a casino, a water park, panoramic public spaces, and the observation lounge, which is surrounded by floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the sea. Norwegian Encore also includes an exclusive section known as The Haven, complete with private suites, a restaurant, a pool, and personalized service. It is essentially a luxury boutique hotel hidden inside a much larger resort. The ship commonly sails in destinations such as the Caribbean and Alaska, offering comfort in both tropical waters and cold routes surrounded by glaciers. And if a cruise ship with a go-kart track already sounds excessive, wait until you see the next vessel, which made history by sailing with a very different type of fuel. AIDAnova. Introduced in 2018, AIDAnova was built by the Meyer Werft shipyard in Germany for AIDA cruises. It arrived at a time when the industry was searching for larger, more efficient ships, capable of offering complete vacations for families, couples, and travelers of different ages. Measuring approximately 1,106 feet long and 138 feet wide, with a gross tonnage of around 184,000. Its proportions are difficult to understand from photographs alone. The ship has more than 2,600 cabins and can carry over 6,000 passengers at full capacity, supported by a large crew that keeps this floating city operating day and night. Its diesel-electric propulsion system uses 4 massive 16-cylinder engines designed to run on liquefied natural gas and, when necessary, conventional marine fuel. These engines generate electricity for the propulsion system, air conditioning, kitchens, elevators, lighting, and nearly every service on board. Retractable stabilizers located below the waterline help reduce side-to-side movement in open water, making the voyage more comfortable, even as thousands of tons move across the ocean. Visually, AIDAnova is almost impossible to mistake for another ship. Its bow carries the company's signature painted eyes and lips, while the interior includes a theater, casino, gym, children's areas, and more than 20 bars and restaurants. One of the main attractions is the Beach Club, a large leisure area covered by a transparent roof, so passengers can enjoy pools even in colder regions. AIDAnova also made history as the first large cruise ship designed to use liquefied natural gas both at sea and while docked. That decision helped open the door for a new generation of ocean giants, showing that enormous scale and new energy solutions could move forward together. If this German-built giant already feels like a complete city at sea, the next ship added a roller coaster to the top deck and turned cruising into a full-scale floating amusement park. Carnival Jubilee. Delivered in 2023, Carnival Jubilee was built by the Meyer-Werft shipyard in Germany for Carnival Cruise Line. It belongs to the Excel class and was developed primarily for voyages departing from Galveston, Texas, carrying thousands of passengers on cruises through the Caribbean. The ship measures approximately 1,130 feet long and 138 feet wide, with a gross tonnage of around 183,000. It contains more than 2,600 cabins, accommodating roughly 5,300 passengers at double occupancy, and more than 6,000 when every available bed is in use. Its power plant uses large 16-cylinder engines designed to operate on liquefied natural gas. The diesel-electric configuration converts fuel into electricity, which powers two azimuth propulsion units capable of rotating and directing thrust with remarkable precision during port maneuvers and operations in narrow spaces. At top speed, Carnival Jubilee can reach approximately 23 knots, or around 26 miles per hour. Power delivery is controlled electronically, while bow thrusters help move the enormous hull sideways as it approaches a cruise terminal. But the upper deck is where Jubilee reveals its most extravagant side. Bolt is an electric roller coaster installed on top of the ship, with individual vehicles traveling along an elevated track, while the ocean stretches out in every direction. Riders can even control part of their speed, making each trip feel slightly different. Enjoying this tour of the world's greatest floating cities? Then hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because the ships ahead take luxury, size, and excess to an entirely new level. And if a roller coaster on top of a cruise ship already sounds like the limit, the next giant proves that Italian elegance and colossal proportions can travel side by side. Costa Toscana. Inspired by the culture and landscapes of Italy, Costa Toscana entered service in 2022. Built by the Meyer-Turku shipyard in Finland for Costa Cruises, it belongs to the Excellence class and was designed to combine enormous dimensions with Italian-inspired dining, entertainment, and interior design. The ship measures approximately 1,106 feet long and 138 feet wide, with a gross tonnage of around 186,000. It contains more than 2,600 cabins and can carry over 6,000 passengers at maximum capacity, supported by a crew that keeps restaurants, pools, theaters, and technical systems running around the clock. Its diesel-electric configuration uses four 16-cylinder engines designed to operate on liquefied natural gas and marine fuel. These engines generate electricity for two azimuth propulsion units, which move the hull and direct thrust. Costa Toscana can reach approximately 21.5 knots, or just under 25 miles per hour. Retractable stabilizers help control side-to-side motion, while bow thrusters assist with docking maneuvers. From the pier, one of the most striking features is the enormous wall of balcony cabins rising above the hull, along with the rounded bow and yellow funnel that preserve the company's visual identity. Inside, different areas pay tribute to Italian cities and regions. The ship includes more than 20 bars and restaurants, multiple pools, a water park, a casino, a theater, and Piazza del Campo, an open-air space at the stern with broad staircases, digital screens, and direct ocean views. There is also an elevated glass walkway that creates the sensation of walking above the sea. In addition to Mediterranean itineraries, Costa Toscana also operates longer crossings and voyages to other destinations, functioning as a hotel, entertainment complex, and culinary destination at the same time. Its arrival reinforced a new generation of ships where luxury is measured not only by the suites, but also by the number of experiences available during a single vacation. The next giant takes a different approach. Instead of Italian atmosphere, it brings the comfort of a modern British resort to sea, complete with gardens, pools, and a massive glass-covered entertainment space. Arvia. At first glance, Arvia looks like a contemporary resort placed on top of a ship's hull. Delivered in 2022 and entering commercial service near the end of that year, it was built by Meyer Werft in Germany for the British company P&O Cruises. Its name comes from a Latin expression connected with the seashore, reflecting its focus on warm weather destinations. The ship is approximately 1,130 feet long and 138 feet wide, with a gross tonnage of nearly 185,000. It has more than 2,600 cabins and carries around 5,200 passengers under normal occupancy, with room for over 6,000 when every berth is filled. Electricity is generated by 4 16-cylinder engines designed to run on liquefied natural gas. The power feeds the hotel systems and 2 azimuth propulsion units mounted at the stern. Its service speed is close to 17 knots, while the maximum can reach approximately 23 knots, or around 26 miles per hour. On the bridge, there is no steering wheel like the one found on a small boat. The ship is controlled through electronic systems, radar, satellite positioning, and cameras. Bow thrusters move the front of the ship sideways during docking, while stabilizers help reduce rolling when the ocean becomes rough. The visual centerpiece of Arvia is the Sky Dome, a huge space protected by a glass structure covering pools, restaurants, and performance areas. During the day, natural light fills the space. At night, projections, lighting effects, and live shows transform it into a large aquatic theater. The ship also offers a movie theater, live entertainment venues, a climbing wall, miniature golf, bars, restaurants created with celebrity chefs, and even a seagoing gin distillery. On itineraries through the Caribbean and Mediterranean, the enclosed design gives passengers a protected place to relax, even when wind or rain changes the plans on the open deck. Arvia is already large enough to dominate almost any port, but the next ship prefers to impress passengers with digital technology, crystal staircases, and a ceiling that can completely change its appearance. MSC Virtuosa. When MSC Virtuosa began carrying passengers in 2021, it became one of the strongest symbols of MSC Cruises' rapid expansion. Built by the Chantiers de l'Atlantique shipyard in France, it belongs to the Meraviglia Plus class and was designed to offer entertainment in different climates without relying only on outdoor spaces. Measuring approximately 1,087 feet long and 141 feet wide, with a gross tonnage of around 181,000, Virtuosa contains more than 2,400 cabins. At maximum capacity, it can carry over 6,000 passengers, supported by a crew of approximately 1,700 professionals. Its diesel-electric system uses 5 main engines, including 4 12-cylinder units and 1 16-cylinder unit. They generate electricity for 2 azimuth propulsion units and the entire hotel operation. Top speed is close to 22 knots, or about 25 miles per hour. The hull was designed for stability, while large retractable stabilizers reduce side-to-side movement in open water. Bow thrusters also assist during port maneuvers, allowing a ship hundreds of feet long to move with precision as it approaches the terminal. Inside, passengers enter the Galleria Virtuosa, a large indoor promenade covered by a digital screen measuring nearly 5,400 square feet. The ceiling changes throughout the day, displaying animation, scenery, and lighting effects above restaurants, stores, and bars. Staircases decorated with crystals have also become one of the ship's most recognizable features. The vessel includes a theater, casino, water park, simulators, pools, and a wide range of restaurants. Another memorable attraction is Rob, a robotic bartender that prepares drinks while interacting with guests, reinforcing Virtuosa's technology-driven personality. But the next ship broke away from the traditional layout completely, introducing an open stern and a design that made the cruise experience feel even larger. MSC World Europa. One look at the stern of MSC World Europa makes it clear that this ship was never designed to blend in. Delivered in 2022 by Chantiers de l'Atlantique in France, it introduced the world class for MSC Cruises and represented a major shift in the company's design, technology, and approach to luxury. The ship measures approximately 1,093 feet long and 154 feet wide, with a gross tonnage exceeding 215,000. It contains more than 2,600 cabins and can carry over 6,000 passengers at full capacity, making it one of the largest cruise ships ever built. Its diesel-electric propulsion system uses 14-cylinder engines designed to run on liquefied natural gas. These engines generate electricity for the propulsion units and every onboard service. The ship can reach approximately 22 knots, or about 25 miles per hour. The bow was designed to reduce resistance as it moves through the water, while parts of the hull use an air lubrication system. Small bubbles are released beneath the ship to reduce friction and help lower fuel consumption during a voyage. At the stern is the World Promenade, an open-air avenue surrounded by restaurants, bars, balconies, and public spaces. At its center stands the Venom Drop, a towering dry slide extending across 11 decks and giving passengers a fast, dramatic way to move between levels. Inside, the ship includes more than 30 bars, lounges, and restaurants, along with pools, a theater, a casino, a water park, and private areas. The MSC Yacht Club operates as an exclusive ship within a ship, offering private suites, a restaurant, a lounge, a pool, and personalized service. MSC World Europa was more than another enormous ship. It introduced a completely new design language for the company and opened the door to an even more ambitious family of vessels. But now we are entering territory dominated by ships that completely redefine the word giant. The next one features entire neighborhoods, living gardens, and attractions that seem to challenge every limit at sea. Wonder of the Seas. When Wonder of the Seas entered service in 2022, it became the largest cruise ship in the world at that time. Built by Chantiers de l'Atlantique in France for Royal Caribbean, it belongs to the Oasis class and was designed to turn a cruise vacation into an experience divided among full-scale neighborhoods. The ship measures approximately 1,188 feet long and reaches around 210 feet at its widest point, with a gross tonnage of about 237,000. With more than 2,800 cabins, it can accommodate roughly 5,700 passengers at double occupancy and close to 7,000 when every available bed is in use. Its diesel-electric power plant includes 6 large engines, with both 12-cylinder and 16-cylinder units generating electricity for the entire ship. That power feeds 3 azimuth propulsion units at the stern, moving the giant at a top speed close to 22 knots, or about 25 miles per hour. 4 bow thrusters assist with maneuvering, while retractable stabilizers help reduce rolling in open water. Despite having the height and presence of a large building, Wonder can dock with impressive precision, provided the port has enough depth, width, and terminal infrastructure. The interior is divided into 8 neighborhoods, including Central Park, an open-air area filled with thousands of living plants, restaurants, and pathways resembling an urban garden. The ship also includes a zip line, climbing walls, an ice skating rink, surf simulators, and Ultimate Abyss, a dry slide stretching across several decks. At the stern is the Aqua Theater, where performers complete dives, acrobatics, and water-based shows with the open ocean visible behind them. The exclusive suite neighborhood includes an elevated pool, a private restaurant, and reserved spaces for guests staying in the ship's most luxurious accommodations. Wonder of the Seas proved that a cruise ship could combine nature, sports, dining, and large-scale entertainment without losing its identity as a vessel. But its time as the world's largest did not last long, because the next ship refined that formula and was created to turn every voyage into a non-stop celebration. Utopia of the Seas. Utopia of the Seas began carrying passengers in 2024 and was built by Chantiers de l'Atlantique in France for Royal Caribbean. As the 6th member of the Oasis class, it was designed specifically for shorter cruises, bringing the scale of one of the world's largest ships to 3- and 4-night vacations. The ship measures approximately 1,188 feet long and reaches around 210 feet at its widest point, with a gross tonnage of roughly 237,000. It contains more than 2,800 cabins, accommodating approximately 5,600 passengers at double occupancy and more than 7,000 when every berth is filled. Its diesel-electric propulsion system uses 12-cylinder and 16-cylinder engines designed to operate on liquefied natural gas and marine fuel. The electricity powers 3 azimuth propulsion units, while bow thrusters assist with maneuvering. Top speed is close to 22 knots, or about 25 miles per hour. On board are 8 neighborhoods, 5 pools, 3 surf simulators, a zipline, a casino, an ice skating rink, and more than 20 dining options. In Central Park, thousands of living plants surround restaurants and balcony cabins, creating a peaceful setting that contrasts with the ship's louder entertainment zones. One of the most sophisticated experiences is Royal Railway, a themed restaurant that simulates a luxury train journey through digital windows, sound effects, and moving scenery. Another major attraction is the Aqua Theater, where acrobats and divers perform as the ship continues moving across the ocean. Utopia proved that luxury is not determined by the length of a vacation. Even on a short sailing, it delivers an enormous number of attractions, restaurants, and experiences. But the #1 ship went beyond the limits of the Oasis class, introducing a generation that was larger, bolder, and unlike anything that came before it. Icon of the Seas. Icon of the Seas entered service in 2024 and was built by the Meyer Turku shipyard in Finland for Royal Caribbean. It introduced the Icon class and was created with a clear mission: to surpass everything the company had previously placed on the water, both in size and in the variety of experiences offered. The ship measures approximately 1,198 feet long, with a hull width of nearly 160 feet and a gross tonnage of around 250,000. It contains more than 2,800 cabins and can carry roughly 5,600 passengers at double occupancy, exceeding 7,000 when every available accommodation is filled. Its diesel-electric propulsion system uses 6 12-cylinder engines, designed to operate primarily on liquefied natural gas. The electricity powers 3 azimuth propulsion units, along with every onboard system. Top speed is close to 22 knots, or about 25 miles per hour. Bow thrusters assist with maneuvering, while retractable stabilizers reduce rolling in open water. Even with dimensions comparable to an enormous group of buildings, Icon can approach a pier with remarkable precision, provided the port has been designed to receive a vessel of this scale. On board are 8 neighborhoods, 7 pools, dozens of bars and restaurants, and Category 6, one of the largest water parks ever installed on a cruise ship. At the bow is Aquadome, a massive glass structure containing observation areas, restaurants, and an aquatic theater, where divers, acrobats, and lighting effects share the stage with panoramic ocean views. Icon of the Seas became famous for more than its size. It redefined the idea of a floating city by combining a water park, themed neighborhoods, living gardens, large-scale entertainment, dining, and private luxury areas within one vessel. After Icon, the competition to build the world's largest and most luxurious cruise ship became about much more than simply adding a few extra feet to the hull. Throughout this journey, we have seen ships stretching hundreds of feet, carrying thousands of passengers, and featuring facilities that rival some of the world's largest resorts. These vessels are more than transportation. They represent the meeting point between engineering, comfort, technology, and entertainment on an extraordinary scale. Now tell us in the comments, which ship surprised you the most? Which one would you choose for a full week at sea? And which onboard attraction would you want to experience first? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support tells YouTube that this content is worth sharing and helps the channel continue bringing you videos about the most impressive machines ever built. We'll see you in the next video.